So how do you keep your costs down while still offering a great product to the end user?
I would say, how do you keep your costs down? Probably what I would say in the beginning is finding a product with a good enough margin.
Okay.
So what I do say to my students is trying to find a higher price product. And it's not just because, we're trying to be fancy. It's really about building those margins from the beginning, because obviously we spoke about in the beginning, we're gonna launch on Vine. That's going to be a cost.
True.
Um, there's going to be a cost of Vine, and you're going to have to give some free product. Now, if you are looking at longer, mid to long term building a brand, whether you're building a brand on Amazon or TikTok or your own website or amalgamation or department stores, when you do press and PR, there's always going to be an amount of product you have to give away for free. We call it seeding. So Vine is almost like seeding your community, seeding people with your product that are going to leave good reviews. And I would say that in the beginning, there are going to be freebies. There are going to be costs to your business, but you've got to think long term about building your brand. And that's why we have to come up with a name and almost a philosophy like, what is our brand about? And if you're working in your passion, it's easy to start to build that out, even if it's two or three products. So I would say, don't look at it as, discounting or all of that. What I would look at is having a product where you've got good enough margins to be able to take the hit. So if you're launching a £60 product, have a margin there and have a 15 or £20 buffer that if you're discounting, if
Okay.
you're giving away free product, you can afford to do it. Where I see people really struggle is like if they're offering a £10 product, £15 product, there aren't the margins there,
Hmm.
unless obviously it's a cosmetic product and it's costing you a dollar. If it's costing you $6, $7, you're already losing. You're not going to make this work. So again, product research, once you've got your passion, and find a product where you've got enough margin, where you've got enough marshmallow to be able to like absorb that
Got
so
it.
that even if you're not losing money, you can actually afford to take the hit in your margins initially with the Vine, with the discounts and everything. Starting too low in the pipeline in the product supply chain is just not gonna, in my experience, that's where all the products come in. It's that first initial, what product am I going to sell? Is there enough margin
Okay.
from the beginning?
Okay. Nice.